Yeah, we got the extraordinary. Welcome to the Boxing Bookie. We are back. It's good to be. Oh, welcome. Well, I let me show these are on. All right, welcome back to the Boxing Bookie. We are back. It's good to be back. What a fight! I mean, really interesting. Yeah, I agree. We got a lot to get into. Tellez, I don't even know what to say. Tellez let me down. Tellez cost me a lot of money today. I really thought Tellez was levels ahead of Burrell. I really did. I didn't even think Burrell was bad. I really did some miscalculating. On both Rafferty and Tellez. Let's start the poll. I'm going to start the poll. Who do y'all think won? Rivera, Cordova, or a draw? I was surprised with how the first poll ended. I thought the earlier poll, I thought y'all was gonna have Chamberlain winning, and it was evenly split. It was 31 votes, and it was completely down the middle. It was 10 votes. It was 10 votes that you thought Chamberlain won, 10 votes that y'all thought Rafferty won, and 11 votes. The last vote came in right at the buzzer, 11 for a draw. So it couldn't have possibly been any closer. 31 votes split 11, 10, 10. And the 11 votes came in at the final hour, right at the gun. Damian Lillard. But that was really good. That was a really, really good fight, I thought. A really good card. It was a good weekend of boxing for not being the biggest weekend of boxing. It was pretty good. The fights were pretty good. As to say they were competitive. The Rafferty fight was competitive. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I didn't pay too much attention to the Cordova fight. I was watching it. I had it on. I was watching it. I had the Tellez fight 114, 113 for Burrell. I had it 6-6, but the knockdown in the final 15 seconds of the fight was what changed it. In my Discord, y'all was telling me it was way wider than that. But and I was like, okay. I mean, maybe either way, we all have Burrell winning, so the right guy got it. And the judges were more in line with y'all. It was 115, 112, 116, 111, 117, 110. So the judges were more in line with you. They didn't have it like that. But I'm interested in seeing this. Guys, be honest. I know most of you guys, look, this is a blind poll, right? Take it honestly. I'm just interested in hearing what you guys have to say. But take it seriously. Like, let me know who you guys really thought won this fight. I didn't really score it. Like I said, I was so heartbroken and pissed off about Tellez. Tellez cost me a lot of money today, guys. Tellez cost me a lot of money. If Tellez wins that fight, it is a massive, massive day for me. Is the poll not live? You know, sometimes what you got to do is hit start the poll, and then when you hit start poll, the poll starts. But if you don't hit start poll, the poll doesn't start. Jin, let me get to some of these first. WTF is up with all these draws in 2025. It's like boxing is attempting to give fans good fights that end in a stalemate to avoid robbery claims. There are way too many. There is a incredible amount of draws. Our parlays are hitting, but we are getting paid so much less. I know. Bro, I said the draw thing like an hour ago, and since then we got another draw. There are a ton of draws. I mean, there are so many draws happening right now. Look, I don't know what to make of it. I'm going to be honest. I had a draw in the Rafferty fight. I thought Rafferty, I had 114. And in the Barrow fight, I had Tellez and Barrow 6 rounds to 6, but I had it for Barrow 113 because of the knockdown. I thought that fight was closer than the judges did. I mean, I thought early on people were giving Barrow so many rounds because he was doing better than we thought he would. You don't win rounds because, and I always like Marcos Maidana with Floyd won. People say Maidana won that fight. No, he didn't. He just did better than you thought. Like, he didn't win that fight. And just because you did better than you thought he was going to do doesn't mean he won. And Bro, I thought that Bro was getting the benefit of the doubt in a lot of rounds. Now, I would also say the opposite was true in the Pacquiao fight. People were saying Pacquiao got robbed with Horn. No, you were just giving Pacquiao the early rounds that were quiet because it was Pacquiao. Well, Pacquiao and Horn was the opposite. People were just giving the early quiet rounds to Pacquiao. I'm not sure Pacquiao's winning these rounds. If you split him, Horn wins the fight. If you give him a Pacquiao, Pacquiao wins the fight. So yeah, that was interesting. And then it made it with Maidana and Mayweather, it was the opposite, right? People were saying, "Oh, Maidana's doing so good. Let's give him." No, Maidana did not beat Mayweather. It was a good fight. It was a fun fight, but that's what I'm saying. So, like, we got to be objective in how we score these fights. It's because the guy's doing better than we thought, and he's being more competitive. Doesn't mean he won. Let me get through some of these guys. Thoughts, comments, super chats below. What a week of boxing is right. What a week of boxing is right. What up, fam? What up, fam? By far the best I've seen Body look. I thought Body looked really good. Yeah. And he still didn't get stopped, but he looked really good. That's the best I've seen Body look. I agree. Yo, Gary, Tellez let us down. Not our fault. It's Tellez's fault. Tellez let me down. That was terrible. I mean, again, look, as a scout, it's hard to assess. And I thought Rafferty and Tellez were going to compete at the highest level. They'd be top 15 guys in their weight classes. Boy, they didn't show that today. Look, if these guys are what they say them are, what I say they are, they should dominate these guys. They should steamroll these guys. And boy, oh boy, they did not do that at all. Boy, I'll be honest. Neither one of them looked particularly good. Yes. All right. What the hell just happened? I'm not sure. Guys, take the poll. Let me know what you guys think. Again, I wasn't scoring the Cordova fight. It seemed very, very close to me. I didn't score it, though. I was pissy and having a little hissy fit about Tellez costing me thousands of dollars. So I wasn't. I lost 2 parlays because of Tellez. Tellez was like, I don't Tellez is gonna win. I think Tellez is special. You did say that. You did. I had Body Lucas Body in my lock too, so I get it. But yeah, you were right about that, MT. Tellez, man. I'm already looking forward to next month, October and November 5. Yeah, we got a lot coming up. Next week is slow again. We got some fights. We'll get it all figured out. The next couple of weeks are slow, but we'll get it all figured out. Isn't Tellez the guy they gave a vacant title to for literally no reason not too long ago? No. Tellez didn't get not a world title. Guys, vote in the poll. I'm interested in seeing how everyone scored that fight. I thought, just let me know how you had that fight scored. Really interesting day of boxing, though. Good day of boxing. Not much to complain about. Stephanie Hahn dropped in round 1, went on to dominate the rest of the fight. Jasmine Ortega looking spectacular, 3rd round knockout. And then Rivera Body, Yoenis Tellez down in the final couple of seconds, but it had already lost the fight on the card. The fight that I thought was very, very close. 117, 110, Jeremy Hayes. That is staggering. I didn't see the fight like that. But no, Tellez never had a vacant world title. Oh, if you're talking about Rene Tellez, who lost to Floyd Schofield, but neither one of them has had a world title. He also lost to Rocky Hernandez. Yes, indeed. That's Rene Tellez. He fights on Golden Boy cards usually. All right, let me get to some of these, and I'll pay the bills in a minute. I told you on Thursday. I remember. Mike. I'm not questioning. I remember you saying that. I was on with Muscles, and me and Muscles were both like, "Nah, bro, you were right." Indeed, yes, indeed. Tellez was supposed to be way better. He wasn't landing nothing. Tellez did not look good, bro. Good. Tellez, yeah, come on, agree. I hear you, Jab. Path Atlas. I'm not familiar with Path. What up, Path? Tellez was ass. He was not good. The whole fight was weird. AF. They felt like 80 times and ran in ran in like dumbasses. New computer looking good. Yeah, got the new computer. Got the new computer. Yes, yes, indeed. Extraordinary. Jamal Barrow next. I think we've seen the last. You said Jamal Charlo, right? Indeed. Yeah, you said Jamal Charlo. Yeah, oh, you said Jamel Charlo. Jamel Charlo. I think we've seen the last of Jamel Charlo. I'm still disgusted by Jamel Charlo. Just absolutely. He was calling out Canelo since he was a Golden Boy fighter, all the way back like 2010, right? To get there, to get all the way to the top, and to get the Canelo fight, which was almost 2 years ago already, by the way, and to fight like that was a crime in Italy. That was disgusting with the effort he put forth in that Canelo fight. He should have just took a dive in the first round. That would have been less repulsive than what he did, to be honest with you guys. Yes, indeed. What are the chances both main events of today's cards being draws? Yeah, we should start betting draws, guys. I always say if you think the fight's super close and you think it's going the distance, bet a draw. Just throw some money on the draw. It's worth it. Yes, indeed. I think it's a good bet. You're getting plus 1,200, plus 1,400, plus 1,800. Why not? Why not throw a couple dimes? Why not throw a couple dimes on a draw? If you do it in 2025 is the year of the draw. It's extraordinary. I would keep doing it. Paulo will beat him up. Ah, boy. Oh, I just spilled my coffee. I missed my mouth. That's not good. Josh Padley and Reese Bellotti is coming up in a couple of months. What do you think? Oh, wow. Ooh, that's an interesting one. I like Padley, and Bellotti is a guy I bet some money on now. Interesting fight. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I really got to watch the tape of that. Off the top of my head, probably Padley, but I don't know. I really got to watch the tape on that. I got to look for a few things on that. That's a good fight, though. I didn't even know about this fight. What is Padley and Bellotti? I like that fight. Shout out 79. I put $5 on the draw, Gary. There you go. I'm telling you guys. Shout out Rando. I got five. I got 5 plus money today. Tellez screwed up a lot of things for a lot of people, man. Gary, I had a 4-pick parlay. Sky, Jasmine, KO. Sky KO, Jasmine KO, body decision, and Tellez KO for plus 66.87. So close on a $5 parlay. I hear you, my dude. I hear you. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Depressing the next week, which is the last week of August, is going on. Yeah, there's not much next weekend. For a weekend where we have five fight weekends, it really didn't deliver. You know, I lost $2,200 today when it was all said and done. I was up 75. Now I'm up 53. So I got to figure out a way to make some big money next week. All I did was bet 4 parlays. 2 of them hit, 2 of them missed, and the odds were what they are. I lost $2,200 this week. So for all my work, I did this week, I lost $2,200. That's the life of a gambler. You can't do about it. Is the poll not live? The poll is live. Oh, this is an old one. I don't mind the draw. The Cordova fight was more active and actually dropped. Jan's supposed knockdown. I saw Jan kill wide 7-5 with 2 2-point rounds. All right, I can see that. I mean, I thought the fight was close. I wasn't really scoring it because I was crying over Tellez. Barrow and his team won the day. Shout out. You forgot to put that nobody option because I was who won. Shout out, Pat. Excellent point. Barrow, let's get it. Barrow defense was amazing. Let's settle down on that. Cordova, there were 609 punches, like 200 more than Young. I think Maidana won against Floyd personally. I genuinely think. I think you guys let's go back and watch it together. 79. I'll go back and watch that fight. I'll go back and watch Bradley and Pacquiao, where I thought Bradley won 8-4. I thought Bradley won that fight. I had no idea what the travesty was all about. People tell me, "Oh, I had 11-1 Pacquiao." I was like, "How? What? What are we talking about here?" We can go back and watch the first fight. Bradley wins the first 3 rounds and the last 3 rounds. So, or right off the bat, it's a draw. Everything in the middle is kind of close. Pacquiao has about 2 rounds where he wins wide. So before we even look at the other rounds, it's 6-2. The other 4 rounds are all close. Toss them up. It's 2-2. It's 8-4 Bradley. Bradley won the first Pacquiao fight. I don't know. I don't know what else to tell people. Your camera is super clear now. Shout out. I thought Barrow would do exactly what he. They weren't good punches. Though his activity got him through the draw. I agree. Rafferty was never safe. But I know just improves his defense. Barrow just improves his defense and had a great game plan. He got it done. Do we have anything for next weekend? My book is showing September. Yeah, I ain't got nothing. We'll look at ProBox. We'll look at ProBox doesn't have anything. We'll look at BoxRec and see what's on the BoxRec schedule. Due to the 2 10 rounds, the fight wasn't close. Guys, vote the poll. Let me know what you guys think of the poll. The first poll I put up this afternoon surprised me, so let's see what you guys got now. Yeah, that camera on point. Shout out. Thank you. I thought Rafferty was safe, but I didn't take into account that Chamberlain was a step up in competition. I didn't think Rafferty was that good. To me, this wasn't a ringing endorsement for Chamberlain, in my opinion. It was that Rafferty isn't what I thought he was. Really. I wasn't impressed with Chamberlain. I was just disappointed in Rafferty. Where's Muscles? Don't forget about the Nicholson KOG was lock of the weekend. You guys loved it. Shout out. I know Muscles cleaned up on it, but he bet on that instead of the knockdown prop on the main event, and the knockdown prop on the main event didn't come through. Boxing in Vegas must be canceling these true lock fights because Ortiz by decision was clearly the easiest pick, even if Claggett would have been able to fight. Bro did exactly what I thought he would do. My bad, I told you Tellez earlier in day was locked. I don't think Bro was coming a strategy and improved defense. I should have stuck with my feeling I had since fight got made. Any fights next weekend? Nothing on the docket. I'm gonna pull up the book soon. Jamal, the better Charlo. I'm so disappointed with the Charlos. All good. The hands history. I recovered with a separate parlay. Appreciate you though. I was saying for weeks, Burrow was being slept on. The odds were off, but Burrow defense was never this good, and the tape showed Tellez power should have made a huge effect in the fight. The Tellez just couldn't land clean shots at all. Man, what are these drawers going against? Become obscure again, pissing me off now. There's a lot of drawers, guys. What do we make of all the drawers? It's live. Tellez just looked damaged for most of the fight. I don't mind if someone says Floyd won as long as they admit 1-5 Maidana won easily. I thought Maidana snagged 2 later rounds. I got to go back. I didn't have him up 5-0. I probably had Maidana up through 5, but I didn't have him up 5-0. Rafferty fought like it was a sparring match. I thought Rafferty was doing well. He just was just. I thought he was really gonna. It was gonna be an outclassing. Like he was. It wouldn't be easy necessarily, but you clearly be able to see who was better. And Rafferty would win wide, if not not easily, but wide. Yo, Cipollini, that's what's good. G, wacky week of boxing. I'm just glad it's over. We knew this weekend was tough. It wasn't well on me. If Tellez comes through, well, it's a different story. I was holding my breath the whole Cordova fight under 1.5 knockdown. As soon as I see him throw his punch, I thought it was over. But somehow we survived. Extraordinary. I was impressed with Chamberlain stiffer 1-2 than I thought, and a very good. Who's got success stories? I want to know. Cipollini, you made some money? Cipollini, you made some money? I want to know who made money. Chief made some money. I know Muscles is sleeping. The only thing Muscles bet on was Sky Nicholson to win by knockout, and she did. Shout out to Muscles coming through. I should have just bet on that. Muscles won his money this weekend on the Sky Nicholson knockout. And he took the rest of the day off from boxing, chilled. Rafferty showed no urgency at all, just walking forward and playing into Chamberlain. I can't say I'm disappointed in Jamal. He's one of those guys who's always calling out boxing for its corruption, and he's managed to keep his 0. Cipollini, definitely shout out Cipollini. I should have picked the over on Tellez. I thought Rafferty was a lock too. I thought he would lose a few early rounds and then dog Chamberlain. David made some money. Rando, he told you, G. Sky was getting. Look, all right. I stand corrected. I'm not betting on Sky Nicholson to get knockouts, but shout out to you guys. She got it. Muscles came in with, he had the inside information, he had the inside track, and he got paid on it. And he shared it with you guys. I chose to ignore it like a retard. Sky doesn't put anything on her punches. They're all arm punches. I can't pick it to knock people out. I'm too much of a scout for that. I examine details too much. I thought Rafferty won. What's up from Philly? What's up, Brandon? What's up, Brendan? My dude. Boxing bet 79. It's in Philly. Howdy from Texas. Congrats to your Eagles celebrating that Super Bowl. I made some money, but the void screwed it. It's like I hit big on the horse races, but woke up at dog track races. Johnny79, I hit on the Sky KO bet 4 leg at plus 200 with Marksman, Gomez, Jan Paul, and Sky. Muscles. Johnny, if I drop you the link, can you pop on for a minute? Can you jump on? I want to talk to you real quick. If I put the link in the chat, can you jump on? Let me know. Nicholson was being fed GC, a different fighter now, too. Where's Oscar the Grouch in the chat? Oscar loves Sky Nicholson. The copy box, let me put it in the chat. Let's go. I couldn't bring myself to pick her by KO. Either 2 Ks in a row. Nuts. I had KO, Sky KO on 3 parlays. Guys are smarter than me. What can I say? I should be listening to y'all. Let's do it. I put the link in the chat, Johnny. It is pinned for you. Come through. I'm going to pay the bills real quick. Guys, please like, share, and subscribe. Follow me all forms of social media. 3D Boxing, 3D Boxing Blog. Do join the Patreon. We hit two parlays this week. We hit 3 out of 3 parlays last week. So we're still doing well. Tellez screwed some stuff up, but, all's well that ends well. We're still doing well this month. Guys, do join the Patreon. Link is in the description. It's also in the ticket below. Oh, Johnny's in the house.
What's up, buddy?
Oh, let me turn that light. I got you on real loud. Hang on 1 second. How's that? Can you still hear me okay?
Yeah, man. You hear me?
Yeah. I had you on super loud. That's why. Yeah.
Yeah. What's up, man? Are we good?
Yeah, we're good. We're good. So I want you came through with the inside information on Sky, and everyone got rich except for me because I'm an idiot. How did you know Sky was going to get the stoppage? Okay, I mean, Sky doesn't throw any like Paul Pierce said. She don't put no elbow into it. How did you know Sky was going to get the knockout?
Here's what happened. So Wednesday night at after the Nikita Zoo fight card, my buddy, we went to the casino after where all the no limit guys go. George, Matty Rose, all the fighters go there. And I was talking to a Aussie fighter named Chanel Dargan. So Chanel Dargan was supposed to fight the Indian girl. Gary, this is the craziest freaking story. I'll be real quick about this. Chanel Dargan was supposed to fight the Indian girl like 4 weeks ago. The Indian girl calls Chanel's team and says that her dad died. Sends photos of the funeral. Chanel shared.
So this is all confirmed. Yeah, this is all confirmed. Yeah.
It sends photos of the funeral. Chanel finds out that it was a lie, that Sky Nicholson basically cut in under her to get this fight to look good, knowing that the girl didn't have a camp. She wasn't training for it. She was just basically putting her hand up to get stopped. And I found that out Wednesday night. And then when I put my bet on Thursday morning, I got it at plus 225. Chanel was like, she's going in there to get knocked out. And then when I put it at plus 225, Sky shared that in a comment, and then the odds just crashed. And then I think when people found out, like they ended up by fight night, it ended up being like $1.60. But yeah,
I saw that about even money, and I was like, I'm not betting on Sky by even money.
Yeah, it was, dude. I have the whole, dude. I'll send you the slides from Chanel, and she was like, I already asked her. I think she made it public as well. The whole lead up to, because the whole thing is in Australian female boxing, No Limit and Matchroom, they're not going to put Sky in there versus a puncher. Chanel's a dog. She's Aboriginal Australian. She's had some featured fights. No Limit used to promote her, but she's dangerous. And they're obviously they're propping Sky up. Like it's, boxing, but that's why that's why I took her by stoppage.
If you want me to think Sky's a puncher, like you're going to really have to start telling me, Yeah.
No, but what's interesting though? What's interesting though is the fact that her style has changed. They're trying to make her into somebody she's not, because if you remember watching 2 fights ago, the fight before she lost her title, she was trying to fight like Shakur Stevenson a bit. You know what I mean? She was being marketed as this slick Olympian on her toes. And two fights ago, or her fight 2 nights ago, you could tell she had not one inkling of fear. She didn't move. Her feet planted down the entire time and just throwing that weird hook to the body. And dude, it was a fix, bro. It was a fix.
Yeah, Sky Sky's got crazy feet. She's got amazing footwork, right? But her shots are all she just wings them, right? Like they're just all arm punches. There's nothing on them. So
did you watch? Did you watch?
I watched it. I watched the card. Yeah, I watched it. Yeah.
Did you notice she didn't move? She wasn't moving at all.
Yeah.
Why do you think that? Because she knew they knew. It was part of the story. It was like, all right, get this done under 2 rounds. I wish I would. I
should have. Yeah. I should have listened. Instead, I put money on Tellez. How'd that work out for me?
Mate, dude, whenever, like, we all get insider information. You're just like myself. emails, text messages from left field, right field, all of it. When I heard the story straight from Chanel Dargan's mouth, you know,
Yeah.
a fighter that I respect. Watch Chanel Dargan versus Amber Amelia. The fight was on the undercard of Tony Harrison, Tim Tszyu. Fucking, she's a dog. She's a dog, and she wants to be in the biggest fights. So when she's telling me this, I'm like, dude, I was like, I believe her. And so there's certain times when we get told. It was kind of like when we got the insider information about the fight card in Canada like a month ago with Sulecki. Do you remember? About how that was going to end in stoppage because the opponent, his opponent wasn't it John Pascal.
Yep.
He had an injury. So like there's certain things where you're like, and when we do listen to the insider information, it's always like, fuck, I should have went heavier.
Yeah. So the other thing I got to ask you about is just 1 week away now. Biggest game of the year, Texas, Ohio State. It's me versus you. How's that?
All right. All I'm going to say is this. Every time a team has – I think the stat goes like this. Every time a team has faced the number one ranked team with a starting quarterback who's making their debut, because we're starting a redshirt freshman – Super Saiyan, but
Julian Saiyan.
That team who's starting the guy for the first time is 0-18. That's all. So the odds are stacked against the Buckeyes, but come on, dude. OHIO. I can't wait for that game. Buckeyes, baby.
Who do we hate? Ohio State.
Yeah, you're a UT guy.
I have no confidence. I really like Texas is the number one team in the country. Preseason number one, first time ever. It's also the first time ever that the preseason number one is an underdog in the first game of the season. First time.
Are they? It's close though, right? Isn't like it's almost even?
It's 2.5. It's 2.5.
Yeah. It's just because, I mean, look at the team Ohio State has. When you have that offense and the caliber of studs we have, the skill positions obviously are the best wide receiver in the country. Jeremiah, it's going to be a great game. Have you been to the Horseshoe before? To Columbus?
No, I've never been to the Horseshoe. No.
Mate, that's because that game's in Columbus, isn't it?
Yeah, it's in Columbus. And then Texas has scheduled home and homes with Michigan and Ohio State, but it's Michigan, Ohio State, Michigan, Ohio State. So in 2 years from now, they'll play Ohio State in Austin.
Okay, I would go to that. I saw UT.
I'm done going. I love college football games, but I don't want to be around 100,000 drunk college kids anymore. I can't.
Yeah.
Those days are done for me.
It's kind of like I have to watch all the fights by myself. I can't go in public and watch boxing. There's no way, dude. Everybody's an expert.
I don't know. When I go to DK Royal Stadium where the Horns play, it's 90,000 people. 75 of the 90,000 people are college kids who are drunk off their face, right?
Yeah.
Is that the way Ohio State is too? Is that how the Horseshoe is? Like, when I go to boxing, there.
Yeah, it's insane. Dude, man. I was watching the live and so many weird, like the Rafferty Chamberlain draw, the Yankiel. What an odd fight! Freaking Tellez, Jesus Christ, man! It was a weird. We knew it was going to be a weird weekend.
I want to address this. Texas has all the money behind them. They are nothing without the massive amount of money they give to them year after year. It's Lambo U. If you go to Texas and you get a scholarship, you also get a Lambo from Austin Lambo.
That's similar to Columbus.
You get a Lambo. Ohio State's not much different. They give out plenty of money too. Yeah,
it's the same, dude. But it's not just those. It's like any Division I school. Like it's just the handouts are a bit different. Like playing baseball, University of Pittsburgh. You would know during you have dinners with boosters. You get a booster shaking your hand with an envelope. There's like a $50 or $100 bill in there. But if you're playing basketball at Pitt, when Pitt was making the Final Four in Sweet 16 and football at Pitt when Fitzgerald was there and you're getting cars. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like that. It's like that at all. That's why you got boosters, and it's all about the program. They did a movie about this.
I had a friend who played at Vanderbilt, and Vanderbilt is the joke of the SEC, right? And
Tennessee school.
Another one of our friends goes, "Oh, Vanderbilt, yeah, they kind of have a football team." And my friend Ryan points at his truck. He says, "You see that Denali? They got that for me. Something. They got me a Denali to go there
at Vandy. I think Jay Cutler played quarterback there, didn't he?
Jay Cutler played there, yeah.
And then they got the kid who transferred from New Mexico State who played there last year.
They're not terrible this year. Yeah. Like, look, SEC is tough, so they could lose, but they're going to be competitive this year. Like, they're not going to be terrible this year.
Yeah, for sure. And do you bet on college football?
Not anymore. I only bet on. I used to bet on college football a ton. College football and baseball. I would make all the money in boxing and then give it all back in college football and baseball. So I just cut it all out. I only bet on boxing now.
See, since I started hanging out, I've only bet on boxing and I've always bet on UFC. But over the last 6 months, I've made all my money on boxing. But then the last 2 weeks, funny enough, the UFC picks 3 weeks have saved me. So it's kind of like I don't go heavy on MMA though. It's something I paid attention to. I've been in since the very first, UFC. So it's tough.
I used to try to parlay games. This is like going all the way back to the early 2000s. I would just parlay the favorites. You just parlay when the Yankees and the Red Sox are really good. But it doesn't work. And then it's like, oh, look, the Royals. Ooh, they're a plus 275 against the Yankees. I'm gonna take that. It's like they're not beating the Yankees. Get out of here, man. Yeah. So like baseball was suckers bet, and college football was the same thing too. Like college football, I would do okay in, right? Because I would use kind of like Alabama, Auburn, just parlay the favorites. Like you're usually good. But then like baseball is the big. I've never met anyone who can consistently make money betting on baseball. I've never seen it.
Dude, no, man. And people try to sell you on it too. Like, oh, I got a system on baseball. This guy's pitching. They start getting really statistical about it. It's tough. Gary, I'm just.
It's all good. I wanted to ask you, all of these draws that we're getting. First off, let me ask you, and there's a poll, guys, too, vote in the poll. I'm going to close the poll in a minute. First off, the draw in the Rafferty fight. What were your thoughts on that? How did you have? I took a poll. I thought it was a draw. I thought Chamberlain needed to rally to get the draw. In my Discord, they were all telling me Chamberlain was winning. How did you see that fight first, and then just address all the draws that are going? There are a ton of draws this year.
So the Rafferty Chamberlain fight. I got to be honest with you. What I had Rafferty on the money line. What I didn't expect, I did not expect Chamberlain's timing off of his back foot to be so good late as well. In those later rounds, Rafferty's running in, not setting anything up, just running onto everything. And I was kind of impressed with Chamberlain being able to counter him. And so I actually gave Chamberlain the later rounds. And because I took my bet on a different betting app, the other betting app I used to use, not sure the draw would have lost, but I made my Rafferty money line bet on Bet365, and I just voided it.
It voided it, yeah.
I thought I thought maybe with the later rounds you could have given the fight to Chamberlain.
Yeah. I took a poll. There was 31 respondents on my poll. 11 said a draw, 10 said Chamberlain, 10 said Rafferty, which tells me a draw is probably the right decision.
Yeah.
Right? Like it was really close.
And you know what also impressed me is Chamberlain must hit harder than I thought he does, because especially late, and I don't know how much of that was Rafferty, like I said, running onto things, but it was affecting him late. And domestic level British fight. What do we expect, boys? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what we get for putting money on the domestics. But and then the other draw we had just now, Rivera versus Cordova. I thought that was a goddamn circus. I mean,
what did you? Okay, I was so pissed off. I was watching it, but I wasn't like.
Okay. Yeah.
I just lost a ton of money. I lost thousands of dollars on Pelez. I'm watching the Cordova fight, but not really. Like, I'm not really into it. It looked close to me, but I don't have a scorecard on it.
So I had a 12. I had a 12. My traditional weekly Johnny says 12 leg long parlay. Everything.
Yeah.
The the last one I needed was Tellez, and oh god, it was gross. But we'll get to that with Cordova and Rivera. When I saw Rolly Romero walking out Cordova, I'm like, shit. I was like, this is gonna, because you know,
this is gonna be interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, just out of just what we've seen recently, Raleigh's in the corner, he brings a different energy. And then the very first 30 seconds, you see this wild exchange. It was super sloppy. Cordova's a guy that you can't look good against. There's a lot of these guys out there. You know, try looking good against Emmanuel Augustus in the 90s. Like, there's just certain styles that hard to look good against. But to say that was with 2 10-8 rounds, that means that if it's a draw, that two of the judges had Cordova up big by at least 4. I'm like, I didn't see that at all. It was a weird fight to score, man. My Discord was going insane. A lot of people were talking trash about it, but it was super entertaining. Like, if you just watch that fight
it was. Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed watching it because the money I had on the fight was Yankee to get knocked down and win. So I took that just like a little sprinkle chase.
Yeah.
And then he gets dropped, I think in the 3rd or 4th, and they didn't count it. And then he got wobbled late. And when it ended in a draw, I was like, oh, I would have lost anyway. I thought Yankee was up on the cards, but there's been a lot of draws made. I don't know, man. I don't know what to say about it. I don't ever remember this many draws in this short amount of time.
I've been saved by some, like Pacquiao Barrios. I got a draw with saved by parlay. I was like, all right, I'll take it. And like other things like this, everyone thinks Rivera won the fight. Now I can't say I think Rivera won the fight because again I wasn't scoring it. I was already checked out. But if you don't lose your parlay over it, but you lose some cash on it, right? Like I don't have problems with a fight being a draw. That's legitimately a draw. But Omar Trinidad last week, it's like, that's a draw. Is that really a draw?
That was another one. That was like, so over the last 3 or 4 weeks, other than this Tellez, I lost this Tellez one. The only other losses I was getting on my money line picks were draws. The Omar Trinidad draw.
Yeah.
We had one a week before that. In between Barrios and Trinidad, we had another draw. It just, we cover so many fights. Yeah. It seems like
I can't keep it. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I saw that somebody messaged about, and the chats are getting super obscure. Somebody asked you about Padley versus Reese Bellotti. I'm like, dude, there's so many big fights.
Yeah.
We're talking about Padley versus Bellotti.
Padley Bellotti,
Bellotti just got beat against Ryan Gardner.
I like the over. I took the over on that. I didn't take the distance. I took the over, and it hit
on the Ryan Gardner fight.
Yeah, I took the over 10.5. It got knocked out beginning of the 12th round. I was like, yeah, I didn't take it because I like to take the over because I always think there's a possibility of a late knockout. So like the odds usually aren't that much different between the over 10.5 and the distance. So I usually just like to take the over. But I want to ask you about this though. Roach and Moten. What are your thoughts on that?
Carmel Mont versus Lamont Roach. I think that is, look, man, I'm old.
Way too soon. Way too early.
I think that's just extremely disrespectful to Lamont Roach, man. Like, come on, dude. We super disrespectful to Lamont Roach to even suggest fighting a teenager. I mean, I'm not saying Carmel wouldn't, you got to progress. There's stages to the game and everything. You don't come on. You don't hit the stock market if you're, working on Wall Street as a young 24-year-old out of college and get that job that you want right off jump. You got to earn your way. Moten needs to do so. He can't just jump right into a Lamont Roach fight.
I think that's way too early. How old is he now? Is he 18, 19? How old is he?
I think he's 18 or 19.
I mean, he's a teenager. Right.
And also, and where's the money? Like risk versus reward for Lamont. Like that. Like, what are we talking about here?
Well, I mean, what is the money? Is there Tank Davis is fighting Jake Paul.
He's exhibition. It's not a boxing. Yeah, I was telling people it's not a boxing match. It's an exhibition. And look, Muhammad Ali did it in his prime, and George Foreman did it. Exhibitions have happened in the sport of boxing since way back in the day. You could look into this going back 70
Yeah,
years.
no.
So,
Jack Dempsey did it 100 years
yeah,
ago. Yeah.
yeah, it's part of the game. So I don't hate it because of that. It's just like when you look at Tank's history at 135, he's never beaten a champion at 135. He's never, he's openly
But
talks
that's what I'm
like
saying. So he's gonna fight twice this year, and once of it is against Jake Paul. So the other, he's only gonna fight once this year. Because like, look, I'm not mad at him. I took a poll on this. I said, would you rather him? Would you, if it were you, would you rather fight Jake Paul for $20 million or Keyshawn Davis for $8 million?
Oh, exactly. You're gonna fight Jake Paul. You're gonna take the money. No, I get it. I understand that, and I'm not mad about anybody trying making their money. But this is boxing, and it's kind of like, the unfinished business element of the Roach Tank first fight. It's like Tank. Look, man, Tank is a weirdo. I'm not. People call me a Tank hater. I'm just not a fan of. I'm not like a fan of one fighter. The way Tank operates inside and outside of the ring, he's a weird guy, dude. And like, he's not a personality type that I would want to sit around and hang around with based off of his history, what he says about people, how he acts, how he interacts. For that not to bother him, that draw against Roach, for that not to be eating at him, to not want to get that back. I mean, it's like, it's hard to cheer for a guy like that. It's great. He has so many fans too, which every time he fights, I watch. He's instant entertainment, but he's frustrating. He makes you pull your hair out.
The last thing, and I'll let you go. I've already taken a lot of your time. I appreciate you jumping on, Johnny.
It's all good, man.
The next 2 weeks, what do we got? We got anything? I gotta give I got Patreons, I got subs, I gotta give them something.
Yeah.
I know we got we got the Mick Conlon fight. We got that coming up. That's September 5th or whatever. Do I have anything next week? Do we have anything at all?
Yeah, I was just on Box right before you sent me the link. I was looking at the options that we have. There's a card. There's a real obscure card on, I think, Pro Box, and then there's a card. There's actually 2 cards in the UK, but nobody's offering bet. I think Bet365 is offering the options on August 24th or August 30th fights, but they're going to be like C-level fights. There's 2 fights that are up right now. If I had my laptop, tell them to go to Bet365, all the boys watching. And if you have that app, they're showing 2 fights for August 30th.
I want to address that. I want to get back to that. Shout out to 79, $5 super chat. Screw the big fights, Johnny. We get dopamine hits from Aussie Surfer cards. A lot of times, these little cards are because they don't know how to handicap them. Like, you look at some of you're like me and Johnny. I'm not trying to stroke our ego, but me and Johnny know better than the bookmakers. We really do. That's why we can bring down the house. Like, you look at some of these odds, it's like, what are you guys doing? But then you're gonna find out 79.
Boxing Bets, man. Boxing Bets 79 used to be 79 Pro, right? Did he change his name?
Yeah. No, he's 79. Yeah, that's why I just call him 79. Yeah.
He's a beast.
One of the good ones. Yeah.
Yes, cool, man. I'm on the Box Truck now. I'm already doing my research homework for what we got coming up. We'll find something, Gary. I always say we're like archaeologists on a dig, trying to find old prehistoric bones of a dinosaur. Put it together. You know what I mean?
If there's nothing, me and Johnny will do. We'll do 3 rounds, and y'all can bet on it.
Yeah.
3 rounds.
What weight class?
Wow. I mean, now I'm 42. I'll be 42 on Sunday.
What was your weight class?
As an amateur, 119.
Oh shit. Okay, so you were boxing what, like 15, 16, 17?
Well, yeah, I was 112 when I was 13, 14, 15, and then 16, 17, 18, I was 119. I was like, now I weigh a buck 80. But I filled out when I was about 21, and I just gained my body just filled out overnight. And I went from like 119, walking around 125 to 150 pounds, like 25 pounds. Like, it wasn't fat, like my chest and my shoulders all filled out.
Yeah. And you're 5'11"?
5'11", yeah.
Okay, so I'm 5'11". So I started when I was 7. So you
started real young. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I stopped when I was 14. So,
Okay.
but I played baseball, football, and basketball all through though. And then I was taking, dude, as a 7-year-old, I weighed like 42 pounds. So I was really tiny. And then
Yeah.
when I was 14, I weighed 112. And then I stopped at 14. And then when I graduated high school, I was 190
What year?
pounds.
Wait, you were 190 when you graduated high school. So you were jacked at 190.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
I went.
5'11".
I was five.
You're also 5'11".
So I was 5 feet tall, 112 pounds when I was 14, my freshman year of high school. And then
Okay.
when I graduated, I was 5'11", 190. So I gained.
When I
80
graduated high school at 17 years old, I was 5'11", 125 pounds.
That's insane, bro. That's crazy. Yeah, I graduated 2000.
I used to play basketball. They used to call me the Somalian, right? But I was 5'11", 6'2", wingspan, right?
Yeah.
72-inch reach at 5'11". Like, yeah. I was all arms and legs, and like no one else in my family is built that way. Like everyone in my family is kind of built like me, like kind of heavy boned. And at 21, it was literally overnight. My body just got huge, like not huge, but I filled out. Yeah,
because as boxers, as young amateur boxers, man, you're forced to get weight cut. You're always forced to like maintain. It's kind of like, you know, when you look at gymnasts, yeah, they stunt their growth. Some boxers, you're lucky you hit your growth spurt too and didn't get sort of, you know, stuck at like 5'4", 5'5". That's what my dad was worried about because.
Well, I didn't start boxing until I was 12. I had my first fight at 13.
Okay, yeah, I was 7, and then stopped when I was 14. But my dad was 6'4". My mom was 4'11". I'm 5'11".
So you're in the middle. You're average, yeah.
Yeah, Gary, I'm gonna check the box truck. I'll message you after this. Thanks for having me on. If anything, we'll do some lives together.
Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna drop off too, guys. I'm gonna end it. Let me close my poll. Shout out Johnny. Thanks for dropping by.
All right, buddy.
I'm gonna end this too. Yep. Thanks.
All right, boys. Be good.
All right. All right, I'm gonna end this poll. I'm gonna end the stream. You guys overwhelmingly think that hey, look, 33 is our number, 33 votes again. You guys overwhelmingly think that Rivera won the fight. Only 12% of you think Cordova won. So I'm gonna end this now. No point in letting this go. All right, y'all, from Texas to the world. It's appreciate you guys. I will go live twice again tomorrow. We'll figure some stuff out. August 24th, 2025, from Texas to the world. Thank y'all, and God bless.
Don't miss a tweet, post, story, or video. 3D Boxing is on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Hit the subscribe button now to stay inside the ring.